Hi, I'm Betty Burke, and I work for the Federal Ombudsman for Victims of Crime. I think it's a good way to give back to the community and to allow the community the value of the different organizations that help us make Ottawa and the different cities a good place to live.
You have a story that kind of brought you here today. Could you tell us that story?
I do. It's about my son. He was assessed early on with intellectual disabilities and went through school with a lot of hard work and resource. But he evidently became known as the child with special needs. He ended up, consequently, not really having a great deal of friends. He did graduate, he did get a job, but he was still very isolated at home playing his games and watching his movies, so there was still that component lacking. And we got introduced to a wonderful organization.
Before I make this announcement, I am so happy. Thing is, you ready for this? I'm moving out. I will be moving in, getting the key, July 1st. So that's coming soon.
Congratulations. Oh, so it's good for people to know here, when we first met Kyle a few years ago, the Murphys invited him as a guest to the auction, I believe. And Kyle was very shy, wasn't too sure about joining LiveWorkPlay, and his mother came over to me and asked, wondering for some advice about how she could ever talk to her son about the idea of moving out, because he did not want to talk about it. So this is 2 years later, and Kyle is not a shy person, moving out July 1st. Woo! Congratulations.
He's trying.
And they facilitate these young adults with employment. They help with building networks of friends. They basically allow them to become functioning citizens in their community. They promote independence, and they really do have a lot of fun. It has allowed him to grow, to become independent, and to have a life that the rest of us actually take for granted on a regular basis. It's almost responsibility. You've accomplished what you've needed to accomplish to this point in your life. You've gone through school, you've gotten a good job, and now it's time for you to give back a little bit to the community that you're going to live in. My name's Betty Burke, and I give because of my son.